So hi everyone and welcome to my channel Hisame Artwork. I'm so happy today in this video I'm going to be talking about Halloween films, cartoons, Halloween cartoons. I love them so much. And as you know, I usually do top 5, but like I couldn't squeeze everything. Maybe in the next year I'll do it like on genres, like top 5 stop motion or top 5 animes for Halloween. But today I'm gonna do just top 5 in top 7 in general. So come on, join me. I really want to share this with you because I love Halloween so much. It's my favorite holiday, and I'm just so happy this month. I'm in the Halloweeny mood. Yay! Um, so of course, top 1 is gonna be Nightmare Before Christmas. Second is one of my all-time favorites, Vampire Hunter D, and then Spirited Away, Nocturna, Corpse Bride, Anastasia, Paprika, and for honorable mentions, I'm gonna do 3 instead of 2, and they're gonna be Coco, Book of Life, and Coraline. If you have others that you like more or um, just deserve more love, let me know in the comments below what are your favorites and why. So disclosure, I'm a 90s kid, so I'm gonna like more old stuff than you Gen Zs out there. Because I'm a millennial. And of course, I have a soft spot for happy endings and weird stories and nature and stop motion. And my top choices are gonna be for spoofy, for diversity. I love stuff that, I find kind of these hidden gems in European, African, or other countries that don't have a high production of animation, because like for American cartoons in Japanese there are just so many. A lot of you guys have probably already seen them, so whenever I find something new and exciting I'm like yes. Also the mood that it has, like I love atmospheric Halloweeny films, and of course stop motion. I really really love stop motion. That's why like half the list is almost half is gonna be stop motion. And of course, next up, the months to come are gonna be winter themed stuff, like wintry, Christmassy stuff like that. And I'm gonna try and keep it with the seasons. So those are my biases. Sorry, I'm a pleb. So I'm gonna start with the honorable mentions: Coco, Book of Life, and Coraline. Coco and Book of Life, as you can probably tell, they're more about Dios de los Muertos, Mexican holiday, but I still think it fits and I love them. They're so colorful. They're different from what we usually see in Halloweeny films, because Halloween is, as you know, a Protestant, Anglo-Saxon thingy uh, holiday. And so yeah, I mean, we actually have our own version here in Romania and East Europe. For those of you wondering if Transylvania is a real place, yes, it is a real place, and it is in Romania. And I only found out we have our own version of Halloween when the high priest was complaining about Protestant devil worship. Don't celebrate Halloween, celebrate our Day of the Dead, which I think is like 1st of November or something like that. It was really funny. They're always upset with American holidays because they're Protestant, and Romania is an Orthodox country, and Orthodox means kind of like the true path or something like that, so everything else is bad. They're upset with Valentine's Day, like they're like, yo, celebrate Valentine's Day, celebrate Dragobete, which is kind of our version of Lover's Day. And yeah, back to our films. I love the fact that you have a scary wish that like goes bad. I think that is one of the more scariest things. Like I don't like gore. I don't like jump scares. I think they're lame. Um, what I do like are kind of more psychological horror thriller thingies. So it's like you want something really bad, something good happens finally to you, and then it's gonna go bad. I think that's way more scary because it makes you afraid of good things in life. And yeah, I just feel like That's way more scary than a lot of other Halloweeny stuff. And you have that kind of sort of wish coming true for Coco and the Book of Life, and of course Caroline. Coraline, she wants better parents and she gets them, but they're actually monsters and they want to eat her or something. Um, and then you have like an interesting ending for all of these, and it's like feel good and everything's good by the end. So I would say that they're family friendly, but be advised that at the age of the child, like if the child is easily scared, like are you gonna have to deal with their nightmares? Because I mean, if you're the fun uncle, you can definitely show them this and then skedaddle out of there and leave the burden on your siblings with their kids. But yeah, that was what I wanted to let you guys know. I'm sure if you have kids, you already know this. Best always watch it before, kind of skip to the end, or just watch a summary online to see if it's good for your kids, and then you can watch it together. Paprika. Okay, Satoshi Kon stuff is not always for kids, but any Satoshi Kon film is good for Halloween. The guy was brilliant. I'm still bitter and sad about the fact that he died of pancreatic cancer. Of course, his family has been way more affected than the fandom, but still we're sad about it because he was so awesome, gifted, talented. His work was amazing. Um, we wanted more out of him, and sadly, he passed away. Um, so yeah, Paprika, the theme of it is about dreams, and I think it fits for Halloween as well, even more than his other stuff. I love the fact that it has vibrant colors, it has great animation. Pretty much anything that Satoshi Kon touched was amazing. Um, Fluid editing, just so awesome. Another thing that he took part of before being a director on all of this stuff is magnetic rose. It's kind of hard to find and it's not for everyone. That's why I didn't put it here, but it's definitely going to be on other lists because I really love magnetic rose. It's about space opera and horror and it's just so awesome. Another one is Anastasia. I love that In the Dark of the Night song where like Rasputin is dancing around with his bats and bugs and he's like, oh, in the dark of the night we will find you. I mean, I'm not doing it justice. You gotta find it online. It's so awesome. I mean, even in November, the other songs, so many amazing songs in this film. I'm not surprised that a lot of people think it's a Disney film. Is not. It's done by Don Bluth that we've talked about. He did American Tail, Land Before Time, the one with the dinosaurs. He also did All Dogs Go to Heaven, amazing film. You gotta watch it. Um, but like he left Disney, I think it was with the Black Cauldron conundrum drama, and that's when he left and he kind of did his own thing. I think at some point he partnered with Fox, something, I don't remember. But anyway, it has such great animation, great sound and editing. And of course, what makes it be on this list for Halloween is the super creepy backstory. Like, um, you might think that, oh, it's winter in the background, so it would be more for Christmas or something, but come on, guys, it's about a princess whose whole family died. In reality, she died as well. Like, it is not something you want to go too deep and tell your kids about. You just let them see the dancing bugs, and it's like, oh, isn't that fun and spoofy and Halloweeny? The backstory is horrible. Super bad. I mean, all of the Disney princess films, if you dig in the backstory, it's super dark. But this is really close to us. Like, it happened last century. It happened for real. It's not just. It's, I mean, it's not a historically accurate cartoon. It still deviates a lot from the original story, but Still, you get what I mean. Like, show your kids this cartoon, have fun with each other. It's gonna be great. I totally recommend it. If they start asking questions, um, you know how to get out of these situations. You have kids for a longer time than me. I just teach and had baby siblings to take care of. Yeah, Corpse Bride. It is directed and produced by Tim Burton, if I'm not mistaken. He was way more involved in this than some other of his stuff, but Tim Burton is like the king of spoofy films. He is the king of Halloweeny stuff, like Satoshi Kon. I don't think Satoshi Kon intends to be Halloween themed. He's more like horror, psychological stuff, which coincidentally makes him fit into the Halloweeny. It could very well fit in Obon. Satoshi Kon is Japanese. Obon is their equivalent of Halloween, and it is in summer, not in autumn, like most European Days of the Dead. So just wanted to let you guys know about those things as well because I find them fascinating. Um, this film, Corpse Bride, is stop motion. I love it. I love it for that fact alone. It has a lot of gothic stuff, which again soothes my soul. I love them. It has fun songs and dancing, and absolutely great puppet design. They're so beautiful, and stop motion is so expensive. I really wish stop motion would make more money because then we would get more stop motion. Unfortunately, it is excruciatingly time consuming. First of all, you're not gonna find a lot of people who want to do stop motion because of this. You gotta be able to be very patient when doing it, and also it's not a style that unfortunately is appreciated by the large masses, therefore we don't get that much. On the other hand, we like get higher quality stuff than we would have if everybody did stop motion. Still, you can't go wrong with Tim Burton and his filmography. Maybe Batman. But overall, yeah, you can just click on Tim Burton, Satoshi Kon, just go to their filmography and check their stuff out because I just couldn't fit everything in here and they're so awesome. Just let you guys know. Nocturna. Oh, this is a personal favorite little gem. I like it. I wish they did more. Unfortunately, it never took off. So Nocturna is about a little orphan kid and he goes on this grand adventure with this weirdo who has a lot of cats and it's just awesome and the art is beautiful. It is a Spanish-French collaboration, so the film is in Spanish but the art style is very Frenchy, which if you like French stuff, you're gonna love this too. The animation is so smooth, the lore is creative, the atmosphere is awesome. I just love it so much. I saw it at a film festival in 2007. It was in university? Yeah, probably something like that. And I've loved it ever since. I did study animation at the university, so film university, so it just has a special place in my heart. The team were French and Spanish people, and fortunately, they never got to make a film studio. They talked about it, it never worked out. There wasn't enough money. This didn't sell enough. It was only available ever in the cinema circuit at a time. Now they've small cinemas like that would have shown this kind of cartoon have went bankrupt. They've closed all over my city. It's just really heartbreaking for me because I'm like, where am I gonna find this stuff? How are they gonna sell on streaming enough to keep doing these amazing things? Like the lack of money is severely affecting the production of these gems, and it's just so sad for me. Hopefully, Netflix and the like will pick this stuff up and start circulating. And I think 2007 was a different time. YouTube was different. Like now you can share so much of your process and gather a fan base even before you launch the product. So I'm really hoping that this more of this stuff gets made. It gets circulated more in film festivals and it reaches us wherever we are in this world more. But yeah, it's hard to find these. I really recommend you try and find Nocturna. It's pretty hard to find to buy and watch it, but please make the effort because this film is worth it. And of course, Spirited Away. I think everybody should know about this. If you don't, get educated, pleb, pretty much. This is one of Ghibli Studios' best animation. A lot of people keep calling Ghibli the Disney of Japan. I find it insulting. I think Ghibli does Disney better than Disney. I love their female characters way more than Disney. I think Miyazaki is just an animation god. So, if you haven't seen Spirited Away, what are you doing with your life? It has an amazing story, an absolute beautiful animation, compelling lore. It just sucks you in. And pretty much anything that Miyazaki does just sucks you in. This is an epic film. It won tons and tons of awards. Like, usually people don't agree on animation. Everybody makes their lists, like I do. Um, Especially film critics, but this one's pretty much everybody's in agreement. It is amazing, and you just have to see it. It's so beautiful, so awesome, and it fits with the Halloween theme. It's just so great. And some more information in the back about this one. Miyazaki refused to pick up the Oscar because of the Iraq War, so the US went into Iraq at the time, and Miyazaki, he is a staunch opposer of war. He has, because he's Japanese and they got bombed twice, like the horrors that came from that marked him. He had a miserable childhood. Both him and a lot of his staff are anti-war, and they like go to protests and things like that. And he just didn't want to endorse this American award giving ceremony because of the politics of the country. So that was a big scandal at the time. I don't think the list of people that refuse Oscar awards is particularly long. But yeah, he was one of the big ones that's like said, no, I am opposed. I'm making a political statement for this. Um, for me personally, I didn't know any of that. I was 11 years old at the time, and I saw it in a small little cinema next to me. I saw this poster, I saw this girl look at me, and I thought to myself, I gotta see this film, and I never regretted it. It's awesome. I think I've watched it a bajillion times. I'm gonna keep watching it another bajillion times. Um, the only thing I find fault with this is that there's like this romance between this little girl and this magical dragon river spirit, which I'm like, what? I didn't have any romantic feelings at that time, so I find it completely unrelatable. If I'm not mistaken, it is um, a book adaptation of some sort, so maybe that's from the book. I think it could have been omitted. It adds nothing really to the plot. But other than that, I find no faults with this. It's just amazing. And Disney does distribute Ghibli films, so maybe you can find some of this stuff on Disney Plus. I know for sure you can find all of the Ghibli films on G Kids, which is a streaming service for animations, mostly for kids. Like you're not gonna find, I don't think you're gonna find Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, which is the next film we're gonna discuss. It is one of my favorite all-time films. Just it's awesome. The animation is smooth and detailed and gorgeous. Just chef's kiss on the editing. I love a well-edited film. It has awesome action fights. Just like love it. Backgrounds, the atmosphere. It is beautiful and dark and moody and just fits with Halloween. And like I've said a bajillion times, I love Halloween. This is my thing. I love it so much. It has steampunk, it has sci-fi stuff, it has gothic stuff. It just it ticks every box for me. I wish there were more films like this. Um, I can't stop singing its praises. It's just great. It's about this half blood, half human, half vampire, and it's like in this dystopian, futuristic landscape. But it's a beautiful landscape. You have a lot of gothic buildings. You have forests. You have crazy alien wildlife. You have cybernetic horses. You have Western mixed in there. I don't really care for Western, but if you do, you can add it to that list of steam, sci-fi, and goth. There's just so many genres in this. It's just a well-made. In English, you call it potluck. In Romanian, we say giveci, which is basically the same thing. It's kind of like this dish where you have a lot of stuff thrown in. But this one is so good. It's so good. Like perfect combination of everything. I love it so much. You even have romance. Like you have like a little subplot with the romance between this girl and this vampire, and he saves her, and then this guy, the vampire hunter, is like, "Okay, you're chill. I'll let you guys go." Don't want to spoil it too much for you. The ending is bittersweet. I think you'll find it very interesting. Just visually alone, don't even talk about the story. It's a joy to watch. And number one, like I've said before, of course, is gonna be Nightmare Before Christmas. I think a couple of centuries are going to pass before we get something better than this. That's gonna be number one. I find it hard to imagine something that is more Halloweeny than The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's so awesome. It is the Halloween movie of all Halloween movies. Of course, I am biased towards animations and stop motions over live action films. Um, Pappy Burton is king of, like I've said before, Tim Burton. He's just, I wish he made more stuff. I think he gives a lot of thought to all of his films, and of course, there's always the financial constraints when producing any piece of art like this. It's not cheap. But yeah, I mean, just throw money at Tim Burton. More often than not, you're gonna get something great. Sure, he has his duds. Um, Unlike Miyazaki, I don't think Miyazaki has ever done anything bad. Grave of the Fireflies is especially depressing and horrible. Like if you're that kind of person that wants to watch horrible films about in Halloween season, then yeah, you can always go with Grave of the Fireflies. But be warned, it's a horrible film. I mean, it's very well made, but it's just gonna make you feel terrible. Like that's what I'm trying to get at. Miyazaki does not do bad films. Um, Also, if you haven't seen Nightmare Before Christmas, like I don't know, it's a crime if you haven't seen it. Have you been in a coma for 30 years? And I'm so sad we don't have more of this kind of animation. Like Corpse Bride is in the theme of it. Coraline as well, but like this is the OG. I want more. um, so yeah, it's very atmospheric. It's very stylized. I love that. It's very easily distinguishable. You've seen the pins with Jack the Pumpkin King on every emo teenager's backpack. If you've seen like that little spoofy skeleton, like that is Jack. Um, and again, I've said especially if you've used the pins, you haven't seen the film. Shame on you. Shame on you, go watch it. Know where your pin is from. It's just so integrated. Like, Kiki's Delivery Service, also about a little teenage witch. This could have been on the list as well. Um, her cat Gigi is like a little black cat with a little red bow tie, and that again, I see it on kids' pins and things like that. And I think a lot of them don't know where that comes from. That is Gigi from Kiki's Delivery Service, and this the skeleton with the bow tie that is spiky. That is Jack the Pumpkin King. Watch these. I'm gonna be like one of those old ladies that nags you and like, oh, watch the classics. Yeah, is that it's that important to me. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this list. These are must watch in my opinion. I'm gonna break these lists down next year, maybe add some more stuff. I just couldn't fit everything. I know so many of these animations and I love them so much. Again, I'm so happy it's October. I'm really joyful. Like, people get in the holiday mood for December and Christmas, but this is my holiday mood. I'm happy. Um, Again, subscribe, like, help me out. And yeah, whenever I reach a milestone on YouTube, I do another giveaway, art giveaway. And what else I had to tell you guys? Thanks for watching. Again, let me know what you guys enjoy, what you guys want. I usually do my videos requests on based on what you give me as feedback. You can find me on Discord and on Twitter. You can buy my art prints because I do those on Lulu and Society 6. You can commission me on Fiverr, or if you just want to support, you can find me on Ko-fi and Patreon. Thank you again for watching. Happy Halloween. I'm gonna keep making these lists because I love them. I saw that you guys love them. Maybe in the future, if I can sort things out better with YouTube, I'll add video to this. It's kind of sad to only see a poster. I definitely understand you, but I'm a small channel. If I have a problem, I can't email YouTube and ask them to fix it. And they like keep changing their legislation and their rules and things like that. So I really can't take a lot of risks. Again, all of these films, I can't link them below because I might get banned on YouTube or Facebook for spamming. It's really frustrating, but I appreciate all of your support and understanding and kindness. As always, I try and give you the information in the video so you can go search it out yourself. And yeah, thank you for all the love. Hope you have a beautiful day. Bye bye.